Can take the camera.
No ha llegado.
No, Marco no ha llegado. We have a brother here who's a
Ah,
cameraman.
ya llegó.
No,
He's new. He just arrived today.
I just arrived today
From London.
from London.
And he's a cameraman.
And I brought my
doctor.
camera down to film every single thing you say to me today.
Well, today is going to be very beautiful. I thought about it last night. It will be educational. Strictly educational for the world.
Yeah.
I got a call today, a couple of minutes ago, from Beverly in Philadelphia. We call her Mabel. She make some of the most delicious burgers
Oh.
that you ever want to eat. They're made with mushrooms, spelt bread, onions, and tomato. But when she cooked the stuff and put it together, you're gonna eat yourself to death. I helped her to put a restaurant together, all the way alive, the name of it in Philadelphia.
Oh, nice.
I love her. I love Beverly. So she called this morning and said how she would like to meet you guys one day because she's my confidant. She's a beautiful woman, like all you women. You guys are bad. Hey, no ifs, ands, and buts about it. You're the one, you're the shit. So she said that she would like to be part of. I said, of course, because you're a beautiful sister and she could heal, you know? So I woke up a little bit better than yesterday,
Good.
feeling better.
Good.
I just ate for the first time in hours and I didn't want to eat and they brought me this.
Yeah, they got you a salad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this drink is made from a plant known as the salsa. Does she give it to you guys?
Not yet.
It's a grape. Well, I buy it for me. It's a little bit I bought. I'm gonna have them share. They call it salsa. It's a little grape, small, but it's natural. Has nothing but iron. So when I drink that, I don't want to eat for days. And I'll be wondering why. But I'm getting skinny and skinnier.
Yeah.
But I can't stop getting skinny because I want to get down like a spider.
No.
No.
This stuff is dangerous.
I need
This
that.
stuff has a lot of energy and it makes you feel like, oh God.
Salsa.
That's why being in Honduras or Central America is a plus for us. Central America is an iron expressive country. Iron is high here. A German wrote a book about the herbs in Honduras and the iron contents of them. Okay? He selected one herb, the sarsaparilla, the bramble. The sarsaparilla. They call it the bramble because under the ground is a bunch of roots. I will have Pepita show you guys what it look like. Bunch of little, very thin tentacles. It produces a grape. So in these mountains, I went and got some one day, a little grape, and little bunches. And I began putting them in my mouth. I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, I was knocked out.
It knocks you out.
Another herb that knocked me out is the blue vervain that grows here. I got slick right in front of that round hut. I used to live there. I lived there for 10 years. That red hut. Right in front of the hut, there was this blue vervain plant, so pretty, with the purple flowers. So I took the little purple flowers, a bunch of them in my hand, and I put them in my mouth. Yeah, okay then.
What happened?
I lay down, and it was about 3 o'clock when all the workers are leaving. All I could hear, bye, Dr. Sebi. Bye, Dr. Sebi. And I could not move. I couldn't open my mouth even if I wanted to. I couldn't move. Bye, Dr. Sebi. So, you know when I start moving? That was 3 o'clock. I start moving on 9:30 at night. And when I came outside of that hut and I looked at the east, I saw this great big juicy full moon. What a day. So I have this relationship with plants, and you will too. You will. Once you enter the world that is organic, it takes you. It takes you with it. And it's like the mushrooms, you know, like the mushrooms. Don't fight it. Let it take you. And the journey becomes beautiful. If you fight it, you're going to have a fight on your hands. I used to smoke. Girl. I used to do cocaine. I was a cocaine.
No, you didn't.
I was a cocaine addict and cigarette. You see what happened? I was a merchant seaman. And I used to go to Peru. I used to pay $50 an ounce of raw cocaine. The hell I'm gonna pass this up. I'm a seaman. You know, I used to hobnob with the prostitutes. All the whores in the world, I know where the whorehouse is at.
Se llama así.
I did. Look, I had to survive cocaine, crack. It wasn't crack. Freebase, cigarettes, coffee.
Coffee. I don't drink coffee, thank God, but the cigarettes.
I had to survive those 4. But I did.
How did you stop?
How did I stop? One Sunday morning, I'm in New York, and I went in front of the mirror. And I was really crazy that morning. And when I look at the mirror, I didn't see my face. I saw the face of my mama.
Oh, wow.
I ran in the room, and I got that 4 ounce of cocaine that I had, that this Colombian had given me, and I flushed it down the drain for the last time.
Wow.
I am so happy that I survived for you guys.
Yeah. So are
Hey
we.
man, I was a wreck. I used to weigh 291 pounds.
Oh.
291.
So you were fat.
I'm crazy.
Fat and crazy.
No, hey, hold it. Don't you ever believe that that wasn't true.
I believe it.
Because they put me in an insane asylum in New Jersey. The year 1961. But I was skillful in my insanity to get out. I was a Muslim then. So I called Malcolm. And Malcolm didn't answer the phone. It was Captain Joseph. USHA, Temple number 7, New York. And he answered the phone. He said, what happened, Brother Alfred? I said, I'm Brother Alfred. I said, man, they got me in this place. They said I'm crazy. And they sent these lawyers and they got me out. When I got out, and I went to the truck full of nuts, there was a booth in there with a camera. I put the dollar in the booth and took the picture of myself. And when the picture came out, the eyes of a crazy man. Guess what I did? I took the pictures and said, that's not me. I tore them up and I put them in the trash can. I put the next dollar. I said, this is me. And I smiled. And when the picture came out, I said, damn, I'm sick. But I didn't have any help. This 1961. For 3 years, I remained crazy until I met that Mexican.
The cameraman's father?
Huh?
Oh no, another one. Another guy.
The Mexican that healed me.
Ah.
His name is Alfredo Cortez from Cuernavaca, Morelos, Mexico. When I went to see the man is going to mess with me like I have never been messed with before. Mind you, I had traveled and read a whole bunch of books on history by J. Rogers and Chancellor Williams and but this Mexican said, hey black man, before we begin, where you from? I said, I'm from Honduras. You say you're crazy. Ain't no black people come out of Honduras.
True.
So where you from, black man? I said, oh, I'm from Africa. He said, now we could talk. You're an African. Since you are an African, do you believe that there's a diet special for you? I said, what do you mean, man? I eat rice and beans and chicken and hogs and cows.
Wow.
He said, man, you're out of your mind for real. Those things aren't African.
The Mexican told you?
Yeah!
Wow.
In 1964.
Wow.
He said, those things aren't African. Why do you eat them? I said, well, this is what my mama gave me. See, I know that. This is what my mama gave me too. And I'm a Olmec. They didn't even eat corn. So he said to me, I want you now, think about nature. That nature did not put cows, chicken, hogs, goats, sheep, rice, beans, yams, potatoes, cassava in Africa. That isn't Africa. None of it. It's all European. Every single piece of it. Here in Honduras, we have a grain that comes off of a palm that you make tortillas and bread with. Non-starch. Go to your computer. Teosinte. That's what the Maya used. Teosinte. And the African, he had teff in Ethiopia. Right? He had fonio. We didn't eat starch. Starch is an enemy, he said. So when God put black folks in Africa, you see, you think he was drunk? Wait. Yesterday, our beautiful brother from Detroit was here, Baba. And in our conversations, he said something that I'm going to leave to you brothers and sisters to analyze. Do you believe that you would find a penguin in the desert? No. Would you find a Bedouin in Alaska? No. Would you find a coconut tree in Canada? No. Do you find tigers in Africa?
Yes.
What'd you say?
Yes.
Boy, I'm gonna knock you in your head.
What?
I'm gonna do something to you. Look, I'm gonna drop something on you here. That's what I always tell my daughter Taiwo. Shut up, girl, before I drop something on your head. There's never been a tiger in Africa. And never will be.
Asia.
Right.
Tigers are only found in Asia,
I'm confusing.
not Africa. Asia. So you see, we're coming into an acquaintance with life now. Now you're from the Sudan. If anybody here should have known that, you should have known it.
Sorry.
But I can understand because things that I should have known, I didn't know.
I think I confused the tiger with the
So
cheetah.
as we look at the arrangement of life, you find that animals and plants and flowers and fruits could only be found in certain places. It is so tedious. There is a frog. Cookie. 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 At night, cookie. And that frog will put you to sleep. One of the prettiest music in Puerto Rico. But if you move that frog from Puerto Rico, he dies.
Oh.
You see?
Oh,
We didn't.
that explains it.
We will never explain about the rhythm of life. The rhythm, the composition, the procession of life. That was never shown to us. When the umbilical cord was cut. And you know how, what happened when they cut the umbilical cord, how you know those of us that are continue to walk in the darkness and is lost, they run to a spiritualist, palm reader,
Yep.
to tell them about their money and their honey. That's when a person is lost.
Yeah.
Or he run to a preacher. He run to the Father. Father, I came because I have sinned. I came to confess my sin. And this priest behind this curtain knows he's bullshitting. But she, a person that is lost, look for the answers outside of himself.
Yeah.
Then wait. What about the esoteric school of thought? Out of the esoteric school of thought comes what? Metaphysics. Oh yeah? Well, okay, fine. How do we use that? I am a doctor in the science of metaphysics. Okay, fine, Sebi. We African people are sick right now.
Yeah.
And we're divided. We've been malnourished. We need to build our neighborhoods. Our way. Where does metaphysics fit? How can we use it? But in Chicago, in New York, in Detroit, I know 3 people that I'm a metaphysics doctor. Proud. Man, you're full of shit. You're lying to white folks. There is something that you have to develop when you enter the field of service. Integrity. Don't you lie. Don't you offend anyone. Don't you lie. You be for real. You don't hide anything. But all that left us because, hey, you know, the umbilical cord was cut. So here we are, talking about, I gotta go see my guide. Your guide? But what happened to your ass? Remember, now look now, this is serious. Each and every one of us in this room doesn't know the other and will never know the other. We are unique. You are number one. This is why Orwa, in the commandments of Orwa, you are number one. Why? Because there ain't two of you. So the vibration of life that is going to guide you through life, how could he know it? How could I know it? Only one person knows it, not even you. Life itself. So how could I tell you what to do? It looks stupid, right? I would look plain old downright stupid. The only reason why we are here gathered, listen to my big mouth, is because we need to get back into the rhythm.
Yeah.
But I can't teach you shit. I cannot teach you anything. I could acquaint you with life process. Once you have entered that procession, all that which you want to know will be unveiled to you. But I can't give it to you. It's like, I know the stuff that I know. Could you find it in a book? No.
No.
Well, how do I find it? Light give it to you. And you're going to give it to all of us. This is a beautiful assembly here. Because you know what we're doing right now? We are practicing something. We're putting something into motion right now that brothers and sisters seldom occur.
Yeah.
Submission. To be humble. To be humble. As much as you all look at me as being Dr. Sebi, he came out of a vagina. He sucked the woman's breast. His grandmother took him under her fold. And woman along the way, all that I received. But you give me credit. You are a master, Dr. Sebi. No. I'm no master. I'm no leader. I'm no anything. I'm just like you. With a job to perform, and I better do a damn good job of it. Talk about deserving credit. Nigga better be alive. No, you better be glad he's alive. Give me credit. No, the credit belongs to us. To us. All the people that helped me. I could go to Africa in Bolo. I could go to Honduras. Miss B.B. Simmons, Miss Gamboa, Miss Wright, and all these other women that used to always give me an advice, you know? So as I must have assimilated all of these advices, and look what came out of it. Healing, along with the help of the Mexican. When I went to see that Mexican, I want to bring that Mexican into the picture today. When I went to see him, I was asthmatic from birth, 30 years. At age 27, I became diabetic. At age 28, I'm impotent. Dick wasn't getting hard. Then I had glasses on my eyes, and I was very, 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 very nervous. I could put my hand out like this now and relax them, right? Not then.
Wow.
Why was that? And I was very young. I was very sick. So I asked my mommy one day, I went to pick her up in San Francisco. I said, Mom, I want to ask you a question. What was you and Dad eating when you all made me? And she started naming it, and you already knows it. Crab, conchs, lobster, shrimp, chicken, pork, beef. Crab, conchs, lobster. Wait. Then the yams, then the rice and the beans. And then one night they went to make love, and I am the result of that sperm. My daddy's sperm was a sum total of what he was putting in his mouth. And then I'm gonna sit here this morning and let you think that I'm wrapped tight. Nigga lying. What you mean you're wrapped tight when you are the result of disease? That's what I am. She said, but we didn't know. I said, I know that. I know that, Mom. I know that. But that's okay. The body always have a tendency to renew itself if you give it the environment and the food. But I love you, Mom. Always would love you. You didn't know. You were 18 years old. My mom was 18 when I was born. I was born to a young woman. What do you expect way back then? Look at us now.
Right.
82 years later, after I was born, we are gathered here talking about food. My mama didn't know what that was 82 years ago. Neither did my daddy, poor fella. And the result of that, my daddy was a very angry man. Very, very extremely angry. So angry that there was a man when I was a grown boy, 18. I went to the island when my daddy was born, and a man came out of the store and said, hey, you a Clifford, right? I said, yeah. She come and show you something. He pulled a drawer. You see that gun? Yes, sir. I bought that to kill your daddy. Yeah. And the man was right. But the man didn't understand that my daddy was a sick man. Someone else killed him. My daddy died before I was born. I was in my mother's womb for 3 months to be born. 6 months in my mother's womb. And they killed my daddy. Nature had it arranged that way for me. That I was raised, I never heard the sound of a male in my ear. Freddie! My grandmother. Then my mama. My grandmother, then my mama. My grandmother. Never a male. I never had a male talking to me. My grandfather, he was very influential in my life through my grandmother. She related it to me because I asked my grandmother, why do you all send me to school? Because your grandfather said not to. Wow. I was happy. I was a happy little boy. You know, I was very, very happy because I didn't have to comb my hair, and I hated that. I used to wake up at 10 o'clock and shit. What you mean you gonna wake me up? Get up, Junior. It's 6 o'clock. The bus gonna pick you. Never had that. All the neighbors. Miss Ann, what's gonna happen to Fred? My grandma would say, I don't know. Fred, what's gonna happen to you, boy? I don't know what they're asking me. What's gonna happen to me? You see, they're saying that I needed education. Well, if that is the case, what happened to the Maya? Did they have education? No. What happened to the Inca? Did they have education? No. Education is a conditioning.
Yeah.
They didn't have that shit.
Yeah.
All right? So the boy grew up, and now he's in front of your face this morning, and look what he did. You know how he was able to do all this? It's in you too. It's also in you. It's African. It resonates in all of us. Don't be afraid. Afraid of what? Of who? Somebody own you? Oh, I got a barcode on my forehead. England owned me. No shit. No. I grew up with that attitude. The attitude is you could do anything. And we don't need anybody. But when they handicap you, then you're blind. Yeah, you're blind. You need to be led by somebody instead of yourself. Like the sister tell me in New York. You know, Sebi, I like you, but I can't be your woman. I say, yeah? Well, you wanted to be my woman. I don't own any woman. I don't want to own any woman. So I know you couldn't be mine. Well, I couldn't be your mate because you're not spiritual. I'm not what? I'm not spiritual. I don't even know what that is. If I am not mistaken, that's a Caucasian word. I'm not spiritual. I don't even know what it is. So you're right. So I asked her, what is spiritual? You don't know? I said, I said, did that word came out of the jungle? Spiritual? Why you ask me that? I said, well, it better be out of the jungle. If it didn't come out of the jungle, I don't want to hear about it. If the word spiritual came out of the jungle, but when you use the word spiritual, it unites you with life. How? How? Go see what the spiritual people eat. You see?
It's true.
You see? They get you going and coming.
Yeah.
In Bolingo, we strip ourselves. We have to perform what is known as a catharsis, cleansing of the brain completely. Anything you have learned, oh yeah. Me, I learned engineering because I didn't want to do no hard work, and that was easy. I learned that shit very easy. I was an engineer for 20 years. But we have to remember that learning was to buy the rice and the beans and the bread and the butter, which is going to poison your ass anyway. We have to put into motion an African dynamic.
Yeah.
We have to. The world laugh at you. One day, I'm in the Bank of America on 3rd and Western in LA. The year 1973. And something happened where somebody spilled something on the floor, and the man came with the mop, but he had to run to do something. And I began to mop the floor. But that day I must have been in some kind of beautiful mood. I was laughing while I was doing it, smiling. And this white boy said, "Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing when you have been fucked?" He's a German. "Why are you laughing when you have been fucked?" That's what he said.
Wow.
I was at the bank. You see, that German was right. The damage that they have done to us,
It's true.
I was not supposed to be laughing. And we don't know how much damage was done. But if you think that we're not sick in and out of Africa, this is what happened. I told you guys yesterday when I went back to Uganda at Kampala, in Tibe airport, right? The man said, "You stand over there." Because I paid the fool. I made him think I didn't have a passport. So I said, "Hey man, like, you do agree that they took me away from here, and I want to come back, and now you ask me for a European piece of paper they call a passport?"
It's true though.
The man was right. That African was right. We have totally submitted to the European way. Now remember now, they took us from Africa. Why can't we go back? No! You need a passport, boy. That's how sick we are, all of us. Then, on this side of the spectrum, I ain't no African. I ain't no African. That's what my mother-in-law told me. But she was these high yellow Douglas. You know, Douglas from the West Indies. I ain't no African. And I look at her. And I realize I'm married into the wrong family. I soon left her. And I was glad. Because one day, they had an African program, and there was brothers and sisters dancing, and she said, "Look at these Africans."
Wow.
And I listened to this kind of shit.
Wow.
But this exists. This is us.
Yeah, it does.
So we want to get that, we want to change that, right?
Yeah.
We want to show, hey man, it's not about worshiping anybody. I'm glad I didn't worship anybody. I worship my mama. You see, look, all of the people my age, that when I won the case, you know, I won this case in 1988, with 25, 26 years. Damn. A black man proved that he could cure AIDS 26 years ago. Yeah. Well, what happened? How come it wasn't promoted? Because the black man of 1988, he was into English, math, and logic. English, math, and logic. What the hell you gonna do with that shit? So they rejected me, but they all are dead, including 3 of my brothers. They are good and dead. You see, it isn't too fashionable to turn your back on Africa and get away with it, you know. It's gonna get you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It will. It will.
It's gonna get us. That's why I want to stay as long as I possibly can.
Yes.
And that's why I got to look at Africa. Because it said honor will hold it. That shit got holes in it. That shit got holes in it like mind over matter. That's a lie. That's a lie. They say that your mind is over matter. Well, I'll kill you then. What happened to the mind? It dies too? Crazy people. So wait. The other one is honor thy mother and thy father, that thy days may be long upon the land. That's shit. Honor thy mother. You never see any animal following no daddy. Have you?
Nope.
Have you ever seen cubs following daddy?
Nope.
Never.
Daddy goes his own way.
So where did we get this shit from? I am the man of the house. I'm the daddy. You listen to me. You know what that is? That's Caucasian.
That is.
And anytime you see
That is.
a male leader, he's bullshitting.
Bluffing. Bluffing.
He's a liar.
100%.
That's against nature. It's inorganic.
Natural.
So it's not about honoring your mother and your father. It's your mama. All the way. The Frenchman said, the lion is the king of the jungle. Well, when he's born, who is he following to learn the jungle rules? Who is he following? Daddy?
Mother. Mother Nature.
So we have to change the whole dynamics. That's why we are the new generation. And the brother in Kenya, he's right. He's absolutely right. But we have to set an agenda
That's it.
as a guide
Yeah.
to follow, right?
That's what I was.
And we want to get down with that that arrangement.
Yeah.
Do not lie. Any brother that lie, I'm gonna call your name. So you won't do it again. And that applies to Sebi also. Don't you all let Sebi tell you guys things that aren't true and let him get away with it. Then you guys are crazy.
Crazy.
You got to be stupid.
Yeah.
So
I'd love to put that in.
we have raised the bar and set the standards.
Yeah.
We are the whistleblowers. And we will be the one to disseminate the information to the public of the world.
Yeah.
All of us have something to contribute. And that's the beauty. All of us. But wait, before we continue, I want to tell Mr. Chicago something. When I was a little boy, 4 years of age, I remember this clearly. I was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, playing with this thing. And we used to pull it off this branch and put it in the water and watch it flow down the stream. Me and a guy named Grafton. We used to put it off the vine. And one day I will take you guys to that vine. It looked mysterious. It's an orchid. And just about 15 years ago, I had forgotten the plant. A man came and threw one on the table in front of my face in the kitchen and said, "You remember this? Do you know this?" I said, "Well, when I was a little boy, we used to call this the duck." "Yeah, that's what they still call it." I said, "We used to play with this. And this is a medicine?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "You eat it." And I ate the flower. And boy, I'm driving to town in a Land Cruiser. And I lied. I said I had been lying to the world. All you have to do to feel good is eat a duck. It gives you energy instantly. And then An hour later,
Oh wow.
wow.
Yes.
But I was right in town. And I'm sitting under a tree. I vomited from 11 o'clock until 1:30.
Whoa.
And I lay under this mango tree. And here come Bert, an enemy of mine. Yeah, nigga. You better go see a real doctor. Cause you're sick, you're dying. I said, Bert, get the hell away. You relax. You relax. Oh, I was so relaxed. So they told me that you had the duck yesterday.
Yeah.
You did?
I didn't have the same.
That's an orchid, you know.
I didn't have the same experience.
Like a duck.
It didn't do anything for me.
You didn't vomit? Wait. Was the duck fresh?
Yeah.
The flower?
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't vomit?
Yeah.
Oh.
Last time we
She
I
took
didn't
one.
vomit.
She
Likewise, my wife is not for me, but I vomit.
I
I vomit a
too.
lot.
I did it last, yes.
You vomit?
2
Yeah.
hours.
Wait. I know what it is. You have to take the duck in February. In its bloom.
The duck was open.
This is
under. Your duck was open.
Fall in Honduras right now. That's what happened. Yeah. Because anybody, look. Well, maybe you didn't have enough debris in your body too.
Yeah, you were fasting.
Maybe you all didn't have a lot of debris.
I fasted for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That duck is powerful. That's an orchid.
Yeah, it is.
It come off of a plant, no, the guaco plant. It's a vine. It looked mysterious in the forest. You see, there are a lot of herbs here in Honduras that are not recorded. And I wish that we could have a day that we could go in the back there, you know, and identify some of that stuff. They got some mushrooms here. Oh, God.
In the
Africa
city.
got some marijuana, boy.
Yeah.
Look, this woman will mess me up in Senegal, right? Pretty black woman. She like me, I like her. Oh, we're gonna hit it off. She gave me a joint to smoke. I woke up 2 days later. I got
2 days.
Ah, that's it.